Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Janet Beagle. I'm the Senior Director of Graduate Programs here at Purdue University's College of Engineering. And I'm talking with you today from my home office. Maybe next time I'll try to find a more interesting location so you've got something more exciting to look at in the background. But I wanted to just very quickly put together this video and share a few tips for you as you're getting ready to start your graduate school experience. You know, graduate school can be one of the most exciting phases. If you're someone who's going to be conducting research, then you're going to be doing discovery that nobody else has ever done before. If you're someone that's enrolled in one of our professional masters or a non-thesis master's program, then you're going to really be honing your expertise in a particular set of courses that's going to help you take that next step in your career. Regardless of what type of graduate program that you're enrolled in this year, you're going to be surrounded by individuals that are as passionate and excited about the different topics that you're studying and about learning as you are. And so it can be a great journey to be on, and we're really glad that you're joining us here at Purdue. To get you started, I wanted to share just a few tips as you transition. I think these are some important points to keep in mind in any year, but I think that this year with the global pandemic and some of the disruptions that we're facing, these are even more important to keep in mind. The first of those is to familiarize yourself with the Protect Purdue website. If this is not a resource that you're already familiar with, there are all kinds of information and resources out there on ways that you can protect yourself, protect others, and protect Purdue. But I don't want you to stop just with that resource. There's a lot of great information there related to the preparedness that Purdue is doing and that you can do related to the pandemic, which is certainly a big aspect of all of our lives right now. But more than that, I want you to also pay attention to all the resources that are available to you online and around campus at Purdue. There are going to be so many opportunities this year, especially ones that are going to be presented virtually. That's going to make it so much easier to engage in ways that you haven't had the opportunity to engage in the past. Some of these opportunities may come through your email, through different conversations that you have with individuals in your classes or your lab mates. Pay attention to your email. Pay attention to any newsletters that your department sends out or that the university sends out. Some of these workshops and seminars and announcements may only come across your desk once. So if you're not paying attention, you could miss out an opportunity that you would really enjoy. So pay attention. Number 2, start building your contact list now. Right, there's already individuals that you've interacted with, I'm sure, in the graduate school office of your department, perhaps your faculty advisor. If you haven't already started exploring individuals that may be in your research lab group or in some of the classes that you're going to be taking or other incoming individuals in your cohort, start identifying those people, make some notes on them, and start reaching out. That's my third tip. Reach out. You know, in this environment that we're in right now, it's going to be a lot more challenging to have some of those serendipitous interactions that a lot of individuals rely on, right? And what I mean by that is those interactions where you walk down the hallway and you just happen to bump into somebody, you strike up a conversation, and you realize some connection there that you hadn't noticed before. And so it may be an idea for a class, an idea for your research, or just a great social connection. Those are going to be harder to have for a lot of reasons. There's not going to be as many people on campus in some instances, and there's going to be a lot more restrictions in place. But the silver lining here is that so many individuals now are working in this virtual space that you can have those connections with people regardless of where you are. You don't have to rely now on those kind of serendipitous bumping into each other in the hallway. You just have to be much more strategic and proactive in reaching out. Identify individuals in your classes, in your research areas, and strike up conversations with them. Look for ways to engage with individuals in this online platform, and you may be able to come up with connections that you otherwise never would have had the opportunity to engage with. Related to that, I'd encourage you right now to start familiarizing yourself, if you haven't already, with some of these different online platforms that you're going to have. Some of them you might not be able to fully access until you're enrolled in your classes, things like Brightspace, which is our online management system for our classes. But other things like Zoom, WebEx, some of these I'm sure you might already be familiar with, Google Hangouts. If you're not familiar with some of these platforms, start creating one of the free accounts out there and get some of your friends together and engage on these platforms. Learn how they work, get familiar with the technology, get comfortable with the technology. And then that's going to help you then when you're engaging with professors, lab mates, classmates on these platforms. You won't have to focus so much on the technology, and you can really focus on the content. And that's something you can get started now that's going to help your transition in the upcoming semester. Fourthly, whether you're traveling to West Lafayette or whether you're setting up your home office wherever you are around the world, take the time to really set up your space build a schedule, and get organized. Graduate school is not like an undergraduate experience, and I might do a separate video just on that topic. There's a lot more freedom and flexibility in grad school, which is really fun, and it's a really nice advantage to be able to structure your schedule to really fit your needs and the way that you work best. The challenge there is that it's also very easy for the days to slip by and for things to be procrastinated until suddenly there's a major deadline looming and then you have to crush at the last minute. It's really a good idea to put together a schedule now and build in set times into your daily routine and make it a habit to have time that you're devoting to your classes, to literature review, to research, to networking, and then build into that schedule some other things as well, which is my point number 5, which is take care of yourself. As you're building out that schedule, make sure that you're building in time to stay connected with family and friends and some of those different social interactions. Build in time to exercise, make sure that you're sleeping, make sure that you're eating, all of those basic things. Grad school can be such an exhilarating time, and you can very easily get pulled into the excitement and the intensity of what you're working on. And boy, it can be hard and very easy to push off some of those things that you do to take care of yourself. So make sure you're building that into your routine as well, and making it a habit to maintain that balance between the focus on your grad studies and the things that you need to keep yourself healthy and energized. Because the more that you do some of these small things to take care of yourself, the more energy you're going to have to be able to come to the graduate school experience, and you're going to get that much more out of it. I hope that these 5 quick tips are helpful. I'm sure there'll be a lot more to come. Keep your eye out for other information that we may be sending out from our office. But in the meantime, have a great transition to graduate school, and we'll be in touch.